Hey, what's up? So I did what is called a chemical peel. It's a melanoplus chemical peel, and that is why my face is looking like this. Today is day 4 or 3, day 3 after the peel. So I'm just going to carry you on this journey so you have an idea of what it's supposed to look like in case you decide to do a melanoplus peel. And I did it at one of the best centers in Lagos, Nigeria. Basically I did this because I'm a filmmaker, I'm an actor, and apart from being an actor, you always want to make sure that you still look good for the screen. And whenever the camera is on your face, you're not necessarily seeing like spot, except you're acting like a gangster role, which is fine, I guess. But of course you can look good and they can add all of those props to your face like they did in one of the films I just acted in and the rest. But basically, as an actor, you need to take care of your face. It's very important because eventually it is still your branding tool. It is why they're going to give you a job also. So just like every other business, you need to take care of whatever it is that you use to sell your market. Do you understand? So, right. I'm not supposed to be opening this, but because I'm a filmmaker, I understand the role of lightning in making sure that image looks good. So basically, like I said, I have some hyperpigmented spots, which is what a lot of people would term like black spot. And the black spots are basically caused by the black spots are basically caused by acne. When you have acne and you can't let it rest and you keep touching it and trying to peel it, or sometimes if it heals up and it dries up with some form of calcification, it just gets really hard. You feel some hard things there and it just dries up, and because of that you end up having like black spots that you're not necessarily happy about. Do you understand? So because of this is my 3rd time doing a melanoplus peel, and I did the first time. I had crazy improvement. I was shocked. I was first worried because I'm like, yo, you mean you're gonna peel my skin? And considering that I'm also a medical doctor, I obviously had to read up. I'm not a dermatologist, but I had to read up and I tried to understand the effect of all of the things that's gonna happen if I do the melanoplus peel. So I did the first peel and I made a very big mistake, which is one mistake that you should not make. I jumped under the sun. Like literally, I went to film under the sun, and one day I forgot to use my sunscreen and my face got burnt. Like it got burnt, like badly burnt. I was so ashamed to speak to my dermatologist. I'm like, yo, when I called, I'm like, no, this thing that we did, my face is black. It's not supposed to be all black and stuff. But yeah, I had to tell her eventually, like, okay, see what happened is I went under the sun, and then she screamed. She was like, I thought you said you're not gonna walk. I'm like, if I don't walk, how am I gonna eat? Right? So I jumped under the sun and my face got burnt, and then we had to do some form of recovery process. I got a melan recovery cream, which is super effective. First and foremost, all of this are expensive. So in Nigeria, for example, the melanoplus peel will cost you about 100,000. The peel on its own is 100,000. But before you do the peel, you're gonna have like 2 weeks maintenance procedure, something where you're supposed to be using moisturizers, trying to make sure that your face is good. And now to get the moisturizer, there are different types. I think I used the Tindam Hydra or something, and I just kept putting it on my face, so your face is well moisturized. And that one was maybe like 20,000 naira right now, and as I'm speaking to you, dollar is like 800 or something naira to $1, so you can do the conversion if you're not watching from Nigeria. So I did that one and I went in for the first peel, and like I said, superb whatever result. I was peeling exactly like this, but my face was really bad because I wanted it to peel on time, so I kept removing it myself, and because of that I had some sauce. So that's something you should not do. Do not use your hand to try and peel it off. It's really not the best. You wouldn't like the result. Let it just come out, put your moisturizer and your sunscreen, and it's going to peel out. So like I said earlier on, I did that, and I got burnt. I had to go back, and then we got a melan recovery cream for like 50k. Ah god, I was biting myself. I'm like, what the hell? And this is just because I went under the sun, and I shouldn't have been under the sun without my sunscreen. Naturally, you shouldn't even be under the sun at all, right? So now you go under the sun, no sunscreen, no face cap, no face mask or nose mask, whatever it is, to at least reduce your exposure to the sun. Even if you're inside your house, right, you're still supposed to use the sunscreen, But that day I was in the area, I wanted to make money, and that happened. It got burnt. I went back, we used the melan recovery cream, the sunburns reduced. I waited for like another 3 weeks, and then because I had a lot of jobs, in fact I filmed with my face burnt for one job like that. I was so sad about it. My face was really black. But then yeah, I had another job, so I went for another peel, meaning I had to pay again. And this time around I was told to get a Cosmelan cream. Now a Cosmelan is, so apart from a melanoplus peel, there's a peel called Cosmelan. That one is way more expensive. I think it's about maybe 300,000, and you're supposed to buy his cream after. The cream or whatever is cost about, I really cannot remember how much, but I think it's about 180,000 naira. I remember dollar right now is about 820 naira to $1. So using all of those to justify, quantify, you can probably get that from that. So I got the cream, which I was avoiding in the first place. Now I have to spend 50,000 on a Cosmelan cream. I had to spend, I said 50,000 in melanoplus, in melan recovery cream. I spent 180,000 on the Cosmelan cream itself, and that's like 200 and something plus. And eventually my face was really good, really good. Now this is the third peel I am doing, and this is about 6 months after that. And the reason why I'm doing this again is because of the black spots that I have. Now I could have avoided this, I could have treated my face better since then, but to be honest, working in Nigeria is crazy. I was working under the sun, and the reason I have my acne most times is because of stress. Once I'm stressed, like really stressed, I begin to have like acne, and you see stress pimples and the rest. And then because I don't know how to not touch my face, I constantly do that, and it kinds of you know, you get that vibe. It leads to all the black spot and the rest, right? So that happened for a while, and then because at the back of my mind I felt like I'm gonna go do another peel, which I shouldn't have done like that. I shouldn't have treated it like that, and I'm telling you, so you don't have to do that. I was totally ignorant of whatever the hell was gonna happen to my face. I just kept touching it and peeling it. In my mind I was flexing that I'm gonna do another peel now, right? So now I went back to my dermatologist and I'm like, oh, let's do another peel. And I sat down and she's like, oh, I'm going to do a combination peel for you, and it's going to treat your acne and also give you some form of peel. In my mind I was flexing. I paid about, I think it's about 90,000 for it, and I was like, okay, that's fine, right? And I went home. I noticed that my acne is reduced, but I'm like, I'm not stressing like that now, so maybe it's that I'm not stressing. But I noticed that I didn't peel like I'm peeling now. There was just some tiny skills, and I called her. I'm like, yo, what's going on? She's like, oh no, that's not the main peel, that's just a combination peel. And I'm like, wait, what? So I had to go back for a peel again, which is what I've done now. And she already told me that, okay, I should use there's a mandelic acid. I mean, if you're prone to acne, I think you should just get a mandelic acid. See your dermatologist before you get it. But yeah, right now mandelic acid is part of my routine, whether I like it or not. And it's going to help with the acne. And then at the same time, she already advised me, whatever I'm working, stress and the rest, I should get my salicylic water and dab my face every evening till you're sure that there is no dirt anymore, and then I can use my purifying mousse to also wash my face. So basically I realized that one important thing with skincare routine is you need to constantly wash your face, like morning and evening, constantly. Two, which is what a lot of people will not tell you, you need to drink a lot of water. Generally, in fact, as a doctor, I'm going to tell you, the more water that you drink, the more you clear toxins out of your body, right? So not just juice or anything, water. On an average, take about 3 liters a day. The more water you drink, the fresher your skin is going to look anytime, any day. I put it to you. So, I mean, I'm doing that. Look, this is my sunscreen. I'm always taking my sunscreen everywhere right now. Even if you're not doing any form of facial treatment or a melanoplus peel or any peel, you should use your sunscreen. Like, it's one of the most important part of your routine, your sunscreen and washing your face and drinking plenty of waters. So right now, I mean, I'm going to show you a progress in what my face is going to look like in about, I have a film premiere tomorrow. I can't go to the film premiere because of my face right now, but I'm going to show you a progress of what your face is supposed to look like in about maybe like 3-4 days, depending on the progress of my face. I'm going to do that video and show you what my face looks like by then compared to this. I know that right now it looks ridiculous. I'm just coming out of the gym and someone's already saying, oh, your face. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. I know, I'm sorry. Right, but that's basically it. So right now my routine is wake up in the morning, wash my face, use clean water, very clean water. Basically I actually use bottled water, to be honest. Do not laugh at me, but that's what I'm using because I'm really taking my face serious right now. So use bottled water to wash your face with the purifying mousse. What I do next is I use my Tin Dam Hydra. It's like a moisturizer to, you know, generally moisturize my face, and constantly supposed to be doing that throughout the day, especially because I did a peel, and so that you don't have dry face and scaly, because if it's dry and you're trying to peel, you then get injured. So as much as possible you need to constantly moisturize. I'm presently using my Melan Recovery because I want to make sure that my face heals up faster. I'm using my mandelic acid, and I'm using my sunscreen. I'm saying like 5 times sunscreen. I'm using my sunscreen, and I think that's basically, and then I'm using my Cosmelan at night. So I repeat this process at night, but then I use my Cosmelan creams on like the black spots. That's supposed to help with the hyperpigmentations. I'm supposed to follow up on my dermatologist, say by tomorrow, I guess. But yeah, that's what it is. I'm peeling now, and this is a melanoplus peel. In case you ever decide to do a melanoplus, I hope that some of the information I've shared would help you. And basically you need to see a dermatologist before you do anything. All of this is just to, you know, give you pretty much like tell you what my experience is using a melanoplus peel. Okay, all right, cheers.